What's up guys, welcome back to Vietnam. We're live. Today I want to do a weekly review of the market, going through the pairs that I'm looking at this week, things that I want to trade, things that I don't want to trade. We'll go through that. I'm in a small island right now, Phu Quoc in Vietnam. Pretty cool, pretty relaxed. Here's my kind of villa and everything, my bungalow, whatever you want to call it. It's pretty cool. So I want to go through the chart. I hope the connection is fine. And you guys let me know, of course, in the comments if you're watching this live in the chat. We'll go through the pairs as always. If you have any questions, make sure you comment below in the chat and let me know your thoughts. I see you have Etienne, which is awesome. Welcome. That means we're good, we're live. It's perfect. So yeah, we'll go through the chart and we'll do that. I want to show you my zones. I look at things that I'm going to trade, things that you have to pay attention to a little bit, and maybe some setup from the past week. We had a few setup the past week, so when I look at them, okay. So I'm going to jump on the chart over here and switch to this, and make sure you guys use the chat wisely. Post your question, your comment, whatever there you want, and we'll get back to those just after. Okay, so the first pair we're looking at is AUD-CAD. This is a pair that we've been looking at many times in the past few weeks. It's at this zone, a major zone, 0.92, or it bounced there a few times in the past. It's a pretty strong zone, and I'm gonna go only on the weekly chart for now, because like that's where you look at the zones, or I look at the zone at least, the weekly chart. And so yeah, we'll be kind of between two zones. So one is a minor one, 0.94, and 0.92 is the major one, which is the one I want to trade the most. Okay, so here's the zone I have on my algo, which is from 0.92 something, it's over here, 0.92 267 to give some buffer to 0.91 181. Okay, it doesn't really matter the numbers, just to give some buffer, and we might extend that zone lower if we need to. Okay, so because I still take trades in that zone basically. That's it for now. So you don't look for, in my opinion, bearish trade, only bullish trades in that pair. Okay, well, wouldn't make much sense to look for bearish trades. AUD-JPY is coming back to a support area also. Okay, these pairs are correlated. So AUD-CAD, AUD-JPY, they all start with AUD. So the Australian dollar, which is kind of normal. They're all going to be similar. AUD-JPY is coming back to 74.5, a major support, where he bounced many times in the past. Okay, even over here, which is like in 2010, it's a really long time ago, but we're coming back there. So a strong area that you want to look at. We did have the kind of this flash crash earlier, which you might or may or may not pay attention to. It doesn't matter. I don't really care about this one here. It's just like a test again of the zone. Doesn't really matter, but that's a cool zone to look for bullish trades in my opinion. And we didn't have any trades so far. Okay, price just went back down and didn't do much. AUD-D is, if I'm not mistaken, between two zones exactly. So it's coming back close to 1.04 zone that you want to look for bullish trades, but it's not there yet. So I'm going to stop trading. I'm not going to trade it for now and wait till it's back to a normal point. Okay. AUD-USD, I think we had some trades set up over this the past week. Let me just have a look. No, it's not this pair. Okay, so never mind. Yeah, we did have a trade set up over here, so we'll talk about that soon. Okay, so basically you look at, and I'm just gonna kind of get you guys to that trade that was this past week and show you the process. So we look at the zone first. We see this zone, we bounced there a few times in the past, back in 2015, 16, back over here in 18, in 19, okay, whatever. This is a zone that even probably existed before that. Okay, so pretty strong zone. We can identify that zone a long time. We can identify it here, so a long time ago, and now we just come back to the zone. So you want to pay attention to that zone and say, well, if price comes back here, there are chances that price will go back up. It's like a support zone, right? Which is like the basic. Now that means that you could decide to trade this on a weekly chart. I would not. I don't like that style of trading. I prefer to go lower on lower time frame. And so I'm going to go on the forward chart. Okay, and I'll basically just do the same thing. So I'll see price happening. I use basically a system to get alerts of my trades, which I'll put a link below. That's the first link. You guys can check it out. If you want to get the same alerts that I have for my trades, okay, same notification on your phone. Okay, get this on your phone. That's going to be linked below. It's called the Trading Assistant. We use that, like everyone uses that at Zart Trade. Plus, we have people using it in the academy and people outside. Okay, so basically, you get alerts for your phone. You can set some zones that you want to look at, or we can set some zone for you. Okay, it doesn't matter. So if you're not experienced, we can set some zone for you. It's fun. And basically price will come back down here. Now you see price approaching the zone, and I think this was 0.70. Yeah, 0.70. Okay. So price approach 0.70. So you want to look for your trade up there. And then we have, so what I look at basically is, and I've done a lot of videos on that in the past, is a break of the Bollinger Band by a candlestick, and then an engulfing candle engulfing the candlestick. Okay, so we had something over here which is not engulfing, so I would not trade that. And price makes a few setup over here. Okay, engulfing, but engulfing the same color, will not trade that. There's two rules that you have to kind of think about, but it's simple. I share all of them with you guys all the time. Here, engulfing. Okay, I think that's engulfing. Let's see. The close what was 149, and the high of this one was, okay, so not engulfing. No, that's not bigger. So basically what you want to have is you want to have this body over here engulfing the whole candlestick range before, so including the high, not the low but the high. Okay, that's my rule for engulfings. So we haven't set up here on the forward chart, but that's where you can use multiple time frame to trade and to have, these are kind of, at the top, these are kind of my execution time frame which I execute on. So I take trade on these, not the one below, but these ones I take trade on them. If the price comes here to the 0.70 number, you have a buffer, of course, it's not like tight the level, so it's a zone, it's an area, and then you look for your setup. And then we have here an engulfing candle, so we kind of make a low, and most people are going to try to kind of buy stuff over here. Okay, that's not the point you want to buy at, because you are better waiting for your proper setup, which might not happen at the low, might happen later, like we have over here. So engulfing candle, engulfing the whole candlestick below, breaking outside of Bollinger Band for those two candlestick. I want to enter beyond the high, so like 5 pip beyond the high. Put my stop, or less than that if you want. We're testing different ways of that. 5 pip below the low for the stop loss. And then the way I take my profit is, you guys know, because I've done this a lot in the past, I used to take profit, one at 1 to 1 and one at 3 to 1. I'm just going to try to guess how that looks like. Okay, I think it's going to be around here. This one is a little bit too high, but so that's the principle. Okay, so 3 to 1 would be maybe a little bit higher, doesn't really matter. And that's how the trade worked. Okay, so we took a zone on the weekly chart, we drilled down to the lower time frame, the 1 hour chart and the 4 hour chart, which are the one I use. You can use different one if you want, doesn't matter. Okay, if you look at the daily chart, because that's what your job allows you to do, then look at the daily chart, that's fine. By the way, the alert system we have, the trading assistant, works with any time frames. You put the algo on your chart. That's a question we get a lot. Put the algo we have on whatever chart you want to look at and get the setup for, and you'll get the setup. Okay, you just have to put your zones, or we'll get the zone for you. But whatever kind of pair time frame, we can do that. Okay, no problem. You can do that on your own MetaTrader platform too. All right. So that's it for this pair. So that was a good trade last week. Okay, that's giving you a 3R plus 1R, so that's a 2R on average, because we exit half over here, half over here. Okay, two position you enter, you split the risk in half. And so that's it for this pair. Okay, I'll skip to the other one. And I'm just gonna make sure in the chat. Okay, so if you guys have any questions in the chat, oh Naga, what's up? Welcome. And Michael, awesome. So any questions you guys have in the chat, post them there. We'll come back to the chat just after. My connection might not be the best, but I'm doing my best. That's crappy. My connection might not be the best because I'm on a small island in Vietnam, but we'll do the best we can. Okay. Cat CHF. Loading. All right. Cat CHF is also coming back to a support area here at 0.74. Won't talk about this too much. Okay, nothing of interest right now. I'm looking for bullish up on this pair. Euro AUD is in the resistance area here at 1.65, between 165 and 1.60. You want to look for bear trades in this pair. I think we had a few, so we had one over here, which I'm not sure was triggered. If it was triggered, we are still in the trade. Okay, so until below the low, because we are at the resistance area here, stop loss above the high. It's normal for price to reverse against you a little bit in the beginning. Okay, no issue. Reward to risk, so take profit at 1 to 1 and 3 to 1, somewhere below. Okay, doesn't matter. So yeah, totally normal for price to get back on your face sometimes, a little bit. It might work, it might not work out, doesn't really matter because you're all in a game of numbers and probabilities. That's fine. Okay. So Euro AUD, that's it for this pair. Looking for bear trades for now. Okay, we might have some more setup. Euro CAD is in a kind of zone that doesn't make any sense to trade now, like too tight. So I stopped trading this pair. That's why my zones here are kind of a box that's black and white, because I don't trade that as opposed to colors. So we'll just skip it. Basically, like if the range like that tight, like it's like no movement and stuff, it's boring, then you want to avoid trading this. Okay, at least from my style, because I trade reversals, I need some sort of range and the proper range. If we always get, because like in this, if we trade from the low to the top of the range, it's pretty tight. Like we cannot get 3 to 1 on this. Okay, it's gonna be really tough. So that's why we don't trade this pair. And yes, you could like modify your take profit and everything around to fit the pair, but I don't think it's worth it. Okay, that's like up to you. You decide if you want to do this. I don't do it. Your JP is between two zones. We're not going to trade that for now. I want to wait for price to hit the resistance here at 191, or come back to 0.87 to look for bullish trades on this pair. Your USD, we're stop trading that for some time. It's boring. JP CAD as well. JPCHF is, so this one is a pair that broke a low that we had over here. It's going back apparently to the next zone at 1.20 to 1.22. I'll flag it because we're almost there, and that's going to be a good place to look for bullish setup on this pair. Okay, looks quite interesting, and that's a pretty strong zone where we bounced many times in the past, over here, and again in the past. Okay, I'm gonna go there. It's like, that's, you understand the principle. So yeah, JPCHF. JPGPY, we had a few trade on this recently. So I shared this one over here, which was taken on the forward chart. We had two trade. So we have one that's still open, okay, taken over here, and we have one that's been closed out at break even over here. I'm just gonna adjust this right there. So yeah, this one was on the 1 hour chart, which I've shared with you guys, the same principle. We are, by the way, at the support area, so that's where we look for bullish trades. So we got one so we had one over here, and so this one, yeah, went to a profit. We got half at 1 to 1. The other half we can get at 3 to 1, so came back to stop us out. That's part of the game. That's totally fun. And the other one here is on the is on the forward chart. Price moves up. I'm not sure we reached the 1 to 1. I don't think so. Okay. No, we could just do a quick test over here. Move this down. No, looks like, so we didn't reach 1 to 1 yet. Yeah. So we're gonna have to wait for this, and it should be at 3 to 1. There we go. Whatever. So 3 to 1. And yeah, so we'll wait for this and see if price, like whatever price doesn't matter. But that's a bullish trade on this zone here at 140. Okay. JPNZD is going back to a support. It's in between, so we're not gonna trade that for now. We're also, well, yeah. So one thing I was looking for, and I'll keep flag it. I'll keep it flagged, is that I was looking for price to pull back to, or retrace to the resistance area here at 1.96. Seems like it's going to retrace now, and we can look for setup there. So basically, once a pair breaks a zone, it might come back to retest it. So so basically, price was breaking that zone, and we wanted to come back to retest it. Okay, retest the zone, and that's a good place to look for bearish trades. So we're not there yet, although we're close, and we'll be able to start looking for bearish trades if we come back to near that low of the zone. Okay. And if not, we just wait for price to hit the 1.88 support area, right? That's it for that pair. GPUSD is kind of doing a messy range right now, so we're not going to trade that. That's why I didn't flag it. So basically, you have a range over here, but it's not very clear, and it's not a major range. So I'm going to skip that for myself. You can still trade if you want. You would look for bullish trades. NZD CAD is going back soon to a support area, it seems, which I have to put on my algo. It's not there yet. Support area will bounce a few times in the past at 0.86. Okay. And that's where you look for bullish trades on this pair. So I'm gonna, yeah, actually yes, flag. So we'll look for trades soon. Okay. USD CAD is in between two zones. A little bit long to trade for now. We're really tight. So we we wait for price to hit either 1.31 or 1.36 as a resistance or as a support. USDJPY is also between two zones. We're going to trade that for now. You wait for price to hit the lower support here at 1.105, or you can wait for a retrace, which would look like this. So price retrace, and you look for better setup over here. Okay, you have two choices. Both work. You just gotta wait. That's the basic thing. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at on this pair. And USD SJD also between two zones. You will have to wait for price to hit this support at 1.24. Okay. I was looking at gold the past week as someone mentioned it. I don't trade that for now, but you can see we are in a range. We broke out of the range, and that's where you want to look for either more zones. Because someone was saying last week, oh, just like sell gold because like out of this area, and no, because like you have to wait for other factors such as a bunker band, so engulfing candles. But so for now it seems like it went beyond, and the next zone you will look at is over here. Okay, 1,000, I would say 1,530. Okay, that's gonna be your next zone to look at. I'm just gonna put this over here. Actually, in this line. Okay, to make some round numbers, that's gonna be easy, and that's gonna be the next zone to look at. Or you wait for price to, I would say, come back to this zone, do a nice retest, and then you look for setup over here. Okay, with the bunker band, I think that will be a good strategy to look at. So you wait for price to come back here, look at your reversal trade on lower time frame, which are gonna work pretty well, I believe. Okay, that's my opinion. So guys, that's it for these pairs. Once again, you use this to your own risk. But this strategy, we've tested it. We have some back tests if you want to check them out on the trading assistant page. You can check this out. We have some different parameters. Link below for that if you want to see it. As always, you're going to use this at your own risk. Okay, that's part of trading. You take responsibility for it. And now I'm going to go back to the chat to see a question. We have a few people here. So Coring says, how much is your ROI for the past year? I'll have to double check that. I'm not sure. Okay. Chimdog says, hope you're having fun traveling. That's awesome. Cool. And Findo watching last stream. Awesome. Cool. So if you guys have any questions, just comment below in the chat. I'll stay here for like a minute or two more. And then it's getting a little bit over here. But I hope that review was useful. And yeah, let's see if you have any questions. Alright, I can hear cricket, like literally, which is like really fun. So awesome guys, so no questions, so I'll finish it here for now. Thank you for watching once again. Check out the link below for all the resource, and I'll catch you guys here with another video on, I think, tools for algo traders tomorrow. Ciao.